Good evening, good evening, good evening, people. I am Sheraton, and this is my friend Brett. And this is the second video on my channel. And although it may seem like we're a little bit behind with the news and everything, I have to confess I'm not a great one of listening to celebrity news for starters. And on top of that, I did have some reservations about actually doing this reading. I was asked to do this reading, do a part two, after last week, a couple of days, I think a day or 2 days after I did the reading last week on Adele. There were headlines about her having some relationship issues with her current partner. And to be honest, when people asked me to do the reading, I was kind of reluctant because I don't want to be a salacious gossip channel. Don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with a bit of filth, but I'm not sure if I want to be the one, dishing it. I'll be honest. I also must confess that there are times when I see things in the readings, and also going forward as well. There will be times when I see things in the readings that I will not say. Because I don't really want to be digging too deeply into people's lives, frankly. But what persuaded me to do this reading in the end was the fact that everyone was saying that the reason why Adele cancelled her show is because of her relationship issues. Now, I stand by the reading I gave last week. That is not what I saw. I didn't see any cards where she was heartbroken or overly emotional. Yes, I did see emotion cards, and the emotion I saw was anger at being treated poorly, things like that. But I didn't see any emotion cards telling me that her romantic relationship had anything at all to do with the reasons why she cancelled. The issues I saw about the reason she cancelled her show had everything to do with creative differences and feeling creatively oppressed and stifled. Oh, hello, Marie. Hi, Melissa. Hi, ladies. Thank you for joining us.
Hello.
Um, yeah, so I stand by that reading. However, I did feel that it was worth having a look at again. Not to say that my reading was wrong last week, but to drill down and clarify some issues. So that's why we decided to do the reading this week. So this is a part two to last week's part one. Brett, do you have anything you'd like to say?
Yeah, I want to reiterate that the reason that we kind of were, I don't want to say we were hesitant to do it. I think, well, first of all, we both got something about the relationship in our initial reading, but we both were, we both stand very strong with what Spirit gave us, what the cards said, and what our reading was is what it was, and we stand by it. So it felt as though to go in and do a, another reading to ask kind of the same question. It felt as though we were questioning yourself.
Oh, bloody hell! Oh my gosh! As you can tell, we're amateurs. Oh, dearie me. What a palaver. Oh, what a palaver. Bloody hell. Sorry about the swearing. Excuse me. Please, Brett, continue.
So, sorry, everything all right there?
It's all falling apart. Oh no! No wonder I got a tower. That was for me.
Lift the tower. You're fine.
I'm just gonna mute myself.
Oh my god. Oh Lord. Well, Spirit does have a sense of humor. Anyway, so as I was saying, yeah, we didn't want to make it seem as though we were questioning Spirit or not standing with our reading. Also, just timing, the timing was off, and we wanted to do the reading together because we did the first one together, and it just felt right to do the second one. So, since the first reading, if you haven't seen it, which I hope you have, some things have come out, and we don't know if it's true or not about the boyfriend and Adele having massive blow-ups, and she was crying and yelling and all kinds of throwing fits, and just a whole bunch of kind of talk. And we also didn't want to give into tabloid fodder. There was nothing again that was like confirmed. There was nothing other than rumor, speculation. And yeah, well, we could easily say, oh, well, there's rumor and speculation. Let's pull cards and see if it's true or not. I don't want to be the kind of person who is like, is Adele's boyfriend cheating? Let's pull some cards and find out. I don't feel like it's my business. Now, if it's already out there and it's public consciousness, then I feel a little bit more comfortable. But I don't feel comfortable being part of the problem, exposing and all this stuff that's going on. So that is my reasoning for keeping it on the down low for a little bit until well, I wanted to let it die down a little bit, so as to not pile up on everything that she's dealing with, because I don't want to destroy a woman like like TMZ does, like we talked about last week. And I feel like I don't know, just what I've been seeing is not making me comfortable, and I didn't want to be a part of it. So let it settle, let it air out, and then we come to it with a clean slate, kind of a fresh mind, keeping our reading in mind, which we were accurate on, I believe, and especially some parts it seems. And we're just doing kind of a follow-up, just a part 2, not a reread. It's just a follow-up.
I think it was really important that we got that out of the way first.
Yeah.
Because as Brett said, I'm not about that life. Anyone who knows me knows that I'm not really someone to chat up someone else's business. It's not my cup of tea. I mean, I'll chat my own business, but other people's not so much.
Yeah.
And yeah. So yeah, I just want to be I want to be a responsible reader, and I want to have a responsible channel, and yeah, you know.
And if you
Uh,
remember from our first reading, when we did
mhm.
get something about the relationship, we didn't go into details of what we saw. We just said,
No.
"You see it. We do see something," and
Hmm.
we didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't elaborate too much into it because that wasn't, as far as we could tell from that reading, a deciding factor in her cancellation, which
Yeah,
was
it had
that reading.
absolutely nothing. Yeah, it had absolutely nothing to do with it. From what I saw of that reading, nothing
Yeah.
at all. Yeah. But today we're asking the question, because yeah, just to clear things up a bit, really, after everything that came out last week in regards to the TMZ headline, um, if
Yeah.
relationship, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, bro.
No. So yeah. So the thing was, the new thing that came out was, um, um, oh, Adele and her boyfriend had a huge blow up, and now she's not going to perform at the Brit Awards, and she's canceled the Brit Awards, and all this blah 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 blah. And then she, what I thought was funny, made kind of a snarky comeback on Instagram post.
Oh,
I
you
don't know
did.
if it's still up. Remember, yeah, I sent you a screenshot. I don't know if it's still up. I imagine it would be. But she said it was a picture of her, and she was like, basically, not only will I be performing at the Brit Awards, but I'll be on the Graham Norton
Mm-hmm.
show, and Rich says
Mm-hmm.
hi.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Yeah. So I felt that in light of all that, it would be a good idea to get some clarification. But no, this will not be a deep dive into their relationship. I'm not doing that, and neither one of us are prepared to do that,
We did not ask.
because go on.
We did not ask. Did he cheat? Did she cheat? Did we didn't ask anything salacious like that.
Hmm. No.
Yeah.
And yeah, and I kept it more of a general, did any of her relationship issues have any bearing?
Hmm.
Just for clarification. So, in light of all that, as we've laid the foundation about what this reading is about, we're going to crack on. I don't think this one should last anywhere near as long as the last one did, because, me and Brett are both chatty patties, and we can. I mean, if talking was an Olympic gold medal, I'm not sure which one of us would win. But anyway, so we should really crack on with the reading. And I appreciate everyone who's tuned in tonight. And let's get started. Now, Brett, who wants to go first? You or me?
Your channel.
You always let us crap.
I
Okay.
don't
All
know.
right. Okay.
I feel
All
weird
right.
on
Yes.
your channel.
All right. Fair enough. All right. Well, tonight I am using. I do have another deck, but I just didn't feel it was appropriate for this. For Adele. So I am using the Light Seers Tarot, and I will later be using the Oracle of the Seven Energies. Okay, but yes, tonight I'm using the Light Seers Tarot. First card I got was Eight of Wands. So to me, this means that she was coming out of a stagnant situation. A period of difficulty. Everything happened really, really super quick, and where everything just blew up, right? So she had to come out of that situation very quickly. But also, that situation was crossed by the Four of Wands. Now, I see the Four of Wands, also another card of creativity, as the house, the home. So I see that as issues with the home. Issues with the home. They wouldn't say that they impacted her creativity. They weren't impacting her creativity. But there were some issues with the home. I think if anything, the issues that were taking place at work, because they were creative issues, were impacting the home. So rather than say that her personal relationships were impacting her ability to be creative and creatively expressive, I would say it was actually the other way around. Now, I didn't go into everything, but the main things I see here are issues with creativity and money. So I'm seeing lots of wands and I'm seeing quite a bit of money. Those are the main issues I see here in the reading. There's some other issues as well, but I'll cover that. Now, at the base of the reading is the same card I got that really blew everything apart last week, and that's the Knight of Wands. And this tells me this is about the argument and the arguments and the fighting and how everything blew up. And that's at the base of the reading. And I guess it's a very good place for it to be at the base of the reading, because we all know what the results of the blow up turned out to be, right? Now, in the past position, I have the Queen of Cups. I see this as someone, I see this as Adele. Someone who's creative, intuitive, someone who is emotional. And she's kind of got her hands up, almost to say, I surrender. But she's sitting on her throne. She's half in the water and half out of the water. And the crown is floating in the air above her head. But she's generating her essence is coming out of the water, but it almost seems like it's coming out of her hand. It's like she's generating the creativity. So on one hand, she's surrendering, but she's surrendering from a position of power. And this is in the past. So I would say that in relation to all of this, that at some point, because of everything that happened, she felt that she had to give up. Plus, I don't think it helps matters with our home life. Um, yeah. There's some issues here with nurturing, I think. She's yeah, she's surrendering. Yeah. Yeah, I think the arguments and everything that was happening impacted her home life. And she just felt she was in a position where she had to give up because everything was falling apart. It wasn't a choice. But again, I don't see anything here about a romantic relationship. At the crown in the reading, I have the Page of Swords. Now, I saw this as bad news, but I have to confess that Brett and I had a conversation, and I do believe that he's onto something. This might have, Brett, is it all right if I say it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I think this might have something to do with her son. And the reason I say that is, as I said, I think the issues at work with her trying to express herself creativity, her creativity, the level of frustration, the disagreements, the feeling creatively oppressed, the arguments, the fighting, it was affecting her home life. And I think that far from it, her relationship with her partner affecting her ability to continue on with the shows. It was more her issues in the shows and her relationship with the people that she was working with was affecting her home life. I cannot say that I believe that she ended this show because of her home life. I do not believe that. That's not what happened here. But I don't think that the extra stress and pressure helped her home life. I don't see anything here that's telling me that this man has stopped her from doing what she needs to do or interfered with her ability to work. I would ask people to please remember this is a woman who had a marriage breakdown and went through a divorce. None of that stopped her creativity. So to say that she went through all of those things and it stopped her from being able to work and do her job, I think is incredibly unfair. And in fact, I also think it's incredibly sexist and misogynistic. Because I don't hear them talking about men that way. I never hear them talking about men that way. They'd like to talk about women that way, but they don't like to talk about men that way. It's misogynistic, and I'm not here for it. Anyway, enough with the ranting. In the future, there is abundance of creativity. However, there's also a possibility of a pregnancy. There is a possibility of a pregnancy. And when I compare, there's the three cards, right? You got this one. This is the past, right? This is the present. Crossed. So this is things coming quickly, crossed with the house. In the past, the Queen of Cups, maternal mother energy. And then you've got this, Adele. If you want to have a baby in the near future, it is possible. If you don't, be really careful. If you don't want to have a baby in the near future, be super careful. But if you are thinking about it, it is definitely possible. Definitely possible that you could be having a baby. Now, in the mind, I see a man, and I think it's probably your other half, your boyfriend, a King of Pentacles. This is a man with money, a man of property, and I see him on your mind. So yes, I mean, as far as your relationship goes, I think it's continuing. Yeah. In your environment, I see money. So regardless of Vegas, not Vegas, there's going to be new avenues with you for money. There will be new avenues for money. There's a lot of money here. I mean, crumbs. There's a lot of money here. How many money cards? 3 money cards. Girl, you got money. Now, the following card here in Hopes and Fears. This one is about generosity, but it's also about giving and receiving of monies. I believe that I said it before, even though money's taking root, I do see you giving out money. I don't know if this is for charity or this might have something to do with the label or something. It might even be something about you receiving money as well. The giving and the receiving of money. I'm thinking compensation. But I'm also thinking compensation because obviously with everything that's happened, there are issues with insurance. But I'm also thinking that even though there are issues with insurance and you might have to pay some money out in towards that, I'm seeing you receive money as well. I'm seeing you receive money also as compensation. Yeah, I think you're going to end up getting some money somehow. I don't know if compensation is the right word, but Money is one thing you don't have to worry about. Brett, put down the lip gloss. Sorry. I have to tell him. Okay.
My lips are chappy. They're dry.
Oh, all right, okay. All right then. I'll allow you this one time. All right. Keep up your fluids. Anyway, okay. So the seven of wands. Seven of Wands. I'm thinking to myself that this is about you standing your ground, standing strong in who you are as a woman and as a person. And yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that actually. Maybe something will come to me afterwards. I don't know, but that's how I'm seeing this. I'm seeing this as you standing your ground and standing firm. And I'm going to leave my reading at that and let Brett do his.
Okay. So this was pretty interesting because we got a lot of the same cards. Different positions, but a lot of the same cards. I had some trouble understanding what was being shown to me. So I'm hoping as I walk through it, I'm able to explain it because I think it makes sense to me now. But I'm hoping I'm able to articulate it. So wish me luck. All right. In the first position I have, and I use the Witch's Tarot. I was going to use the Light Seers like last week, but I don't know. I felt called to this one. First position I have the Two of Pentacles. So I do have a juggling of decisions, a balancing. What is she balancing? You know, it could be even. Well, no, I don't think it's that. I was going to say it could even be having to balance the boyfriend and the job. But I don't think it's that. I'm getting from this. I'm actually getting more to do with the budgetary issues that we came across in the last reading, which is to say that Adele was unsatisfied with what was produced because, you know, she's Adele. She has the money. The record label has the money. She's made them lots of money to invest in her stage and what she wants. And I'm seeing this as a juggling of a budget. Like, why is there a budget? It's Adele, you know what I mean? And it's a Vegas residency. So it's not a one-off concert. It's not a world tour. It's a residency. You stay in one place. So why was the budget such a big problem? I also see that being a little bit. There was a common theme that's coming up. I'm seeing her, and I'm feeling her, um, feeling very defeated and very overwhelmed, and even depressed. Okay, so I do want to preface and say that we need to be a little bit gentler, a little bit more kind. Okay, especially when it's dealing with rumor and innuendo. Um, we don't want to drive someone crazy. Okay, we've seen that leads to with several people in the entertainment industry, and we don't want to do that to Adele. You know, why? What did she do to deserve that? Anyway, second position, I have the Four of Cups. Again, dissatisfaction and anticlimactic, like a just complete dissatisfaction. And again, I asked the question: did her boyfriend have anything to do with? Did he play any role in the canceling of this residency? Not with this card. I'm getting boredom. And this goes back to, I remember in my first reading I said that once whoever made the decision and she wasn't going to get, or she wasn't happy with what she was given, they didn't give her what she asked for, what she wanted to perform. And this was going to be, what, like 4 months worth of performances? You know, okay, so when someone does a residency, um, they kind of live there, right? And so it's almost like this place becomes your home, and that theater you spend a lot of time in, and you spend a lot of time with people, and so it just has to be right. And um, it, if you look at any residency that's going on, Britney, Cher, Celine, they've all had extravagant sets and everything because it's Vegas, it's a spectacle. And like I said in last week, they weren't giving it to her, and she was over it. And I'm getting that again. So again, I'm not getting anything to do with the boyfriend. It is a cup card, but I think the cups are maybe they're trying to appease her, but it's just not what she wants. Give her what she wants, not in a diva way, just in an artistic fulfillment way, right? Now, I also got the Page of Swords, and I have this at the base in the third position. So initially, I was thinking this is the rumors and the gossip and the speculation and the blogs and the trolls and the Twitter trolls and all that. But I got, again, similar to Sheraton, I got an idea about her son. So I asked Sheraton, I said, do you have access to Google at the moment? My computer was off. I said, can you look at when he was born? Because I want you to know his sign. And she was able to Google and find out that he's a Libra. So that's an air sign. Young air sign male, right? So if this is her son, or maybe it could be both. Maybe it's the rumors, the speculation, the blah blah blah, and maybe it's also her son. But it's all the way at the base, so it's kind of the foundation of the problem. And I'm getting almost as if it was easier for her to walk away because of her son, because she really didn't want to leave him. That's why she did the residency rather than a world tour. Not just COVID, but she really didn't want to leave her son for, however long, or, go on the road and then have to see him here and there. So that's what I'm getting for this. That, yeah, that's what I want to say this is. is that if anything, her son played a role in her deciding to cancel, and more so than her boyfriend. Because I don't think that the boyfriend would have the power or the power over her um, to make her lose out on money, on fans, on reputation, on, you know what I mean. So if anything, her son was a contributing factor. Now, if anyone's a mother here, and I'm sure there are mothers or there are paternal figures of some kind, you're gonna do whatever you can to protect your children, hopefully, and make sure that they're taken care of. And just knowing Adele, from what I do know of her, I do know that touring was kind of out of the question. So I think the residency was convenient, because it was like, okay, well, I can perform still, and even though it was really limited to the weekends, right, which was, you know, shorter than most residency performances, it was still it was yeah, it was still a better a deal than having to travel and relocate, and whether he came to every stop or not, you know, that's not what yeah, that's not what she wanted. And so I'm inclined to say that. Who are we saying hi to, by the way? Really quick, let me check. Hello, Uzo. Hello, Miss Sky Rain. Sorry, I'm nosy.
No, no, no. Look, they can't. They've decided to take time out of their lives to join us. We should
Yeah,
acknowledge them. So,
yeah.
you know, thank you for joining us. And I'm gonna shut up because it's Brett's turn to talk.
Well, you know what? All right, I'll keep talking then. I'm so tired. Um, in the past, I have the Ten of Pentacles. Now, if you remember last week, if you were here last week, or if you watched the VOD, I got the Nine of Pentacles in the same position. So I'm getting a lot of money, a lot of success, and this time family in her past position. Um, Now, is this since it's in the past position? Is this possibly saying that there's an issue with her stability, not her money, but something seems like, why is this in the past? You know, if it's the family card, the ultimate family card, right? Or is that Ten of Cups? I always get them confused. I mean, this is definitely the financial family cards, you know. And if you think of, you know, a celebrity, I know I looked at them. um, um, I'm getting stability, something about a threat to her security if it's in the past position. And I'm not sure what that's about. I feel as though maybe it's like with the Page of Swords, it the residency, the concerts, all that. It just seemed like it was gonna f up her, you know, her home life, and make, you know, she really is really cautious to make sure that her kid has as normal life as possible. Okay? So that's what I'm getting here. That's what I'm thinking, anyway. That's what I'm, intuitively, like, deciding that that's what it means. Crowning the reading, I have Adele herself, the High Priestess. Now, this card speaks a lot about a chaste woman, pure woman. Well, she's no virgin. I mean, so, but I mean, so a spiritual, and we did talk last week about her being a channel, maybe even some kind of clair of some sort. Perhaps clairaudient or something like that, because of the way that she's able to channel her gift. I remember Sheraton's final outcome was what was it called? Quieting the mind, quiet the mind, or something like that. Yeah, and it was all about her chakras and about how she releases her gift through her throat chakra. So this is just her, just kind of sitting on her throne, because it's still her throne. I'm just gonna say it again. She's still Adele. And looking within. Maybe she's examining the situation. Maybe now that she's had some time to think about it, maybe she's reconsidering. Maybe she doesn't regret it. I mean, she regrets that she didn't get to do it, but she doesn't regret saying no to something that she didn't want. Is what I want to say there. In the near future, I have the Ace of Pentacles. I almost got initially I was thinking, could this be her, since she canceled her residency, and I think someone's taking her place already in that same theater, so she won't be able to be there for a while. Is this her going on a new path somewhere in her career? A new career? Is she going into acting? I don't know. See, Adele's very strange, because she's very reclusive, obviously. We don't see her for 5 years at a time, because she doesn't have any interest at all in being a celebrity. Her, what do I want to say? Her satisfaction comes from her artistry, her art. And that's why that's I feel like if this was anyone else, they probably would have settled and just been like, well, let me just make the money, and let me just get up there on stage and, be relevant. But Adele's like, I just want to do my art, man. This could also be a new beginning in Vegas. So this could actually be a new contract, because someone else is gonna want her. Let me just say that. Okay, this is Adele we're talking about. Regardless of what's going on, if Caesars doesn't want her, or she's sued or whatever, someone's gonna want Adele. Someone wants Adele right now. This is in the near future. So I don't care if it's Caesars, if it's Planet Hollywood, someone will snatch her up. Maybe she'll create her own damn theater. I don't know. And build her own damn stage with her own money. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. Maybe that has something to do with it. Also, I did get this. I always think of these. Not, I try not to think of just money. I always think of these as physical because they are. Um, this is an earth element, so I do. I think of this as um, sensual fulfillment. So, if we're talking about did the boyfriend have anything to do, unless they were lying in bed the whole time? No, I don't think so. I'm not getting that at all. I'm not getting that he had anything to do with it. So far, there's nothing to do with him. And I would have gotten something already. If he had anything to do with her decision to cancel that show, there would have been something already. And I'm going to tell you now, I don't see much coming up to indicate it either. Spoiler. All right. And the I can never count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In the sixth position, her mind. I have the 4 of Wands. Is marriage on her mind? God, I hope not. Because you know what? Well, she didn't just get divorced. I don't know how long she's been dating this guy, right? Um, okay. What am I wanting to say here? This could be her mind, in her mind, in her mind, in her mind. Sorry, I'm reviewing it real quick. A celebration of what? In her mind. This could almost be retirement. But it doesn't make sense following this Ace of Pentacles coming before it. So I don't see it being retirement. It's something, but it's something she's celebrating. It's something that she's excited about. And that's good because there's some bleakness coming up. And I'm sorry to keep spoiling my own reading. But it's good to see that her mind seems to be focused on something. Focused on what? Focused on what? Family? Okay, let me just leave it there and just think about it because I'll drive myself crazy because I really don't want. Not that I don't want. Okay, not that I don't want her to get married. I just don't want her to rush into anything. Especially um, she has a bit in one of her songs. She has a voice recording that she did at the end of it, and it's a very very sad voice memo or a voicemail. I don't know what it is, but it talks about she starts crying and it's very emotional. This is on her latest album, and again, I get songs to me similar to Cola Island Dreamer, if you know her. Um, I get songs when I'm communicating with spirit, and I'm getting I'm hearing this voice memo that's in the end of her song. Um, I can't remember which song it is, but she talks about feeling lonely for the first time when she starts crying. She says because, but I never feel alone. I like being on my own. So I don't think Adele's the kind of desperate person. You know what I mean? The kind of person who's desperate to have a man all the time. Um, that that's at least what I know of her, and I don't sense that from her that she's a desperate type. Um, and not to say that if she were to get married, it would be desperation. Maybe this is the one. I don't know. However, in the environment, now this is where I get a little concerned. And I had to really think about this because I got the 10 of Wands. Swords. Excuse me. Why did I say Wands? That's interesting. So I immediately got the depression again, the feeling of defeat. Obviously, right? This is the defeat card. Look, I mean, I think this is everyone. Everyone has their scariest card in the tarot, right? Usually it's a tower or something. This is the scariest one to me because it's always so violent in every card. And so anytime I see this, I get like a sick feeling. Look at that. There's an owl. Hi, owl. I don't know if Tracy's here, but that damn owl's still here. Melissa, you here? What does this owl mean? Why is this creepy owl looking over this? Well, it's not a vulture, it's an owl. What does that mean? I don't know. Anyway, I feel as though this is her thinking that she, in the environment, that she may have hit bottom, and getting a draw to cancel culture. She feels that she is canceled currently, and I almost get I want to say oh yeah, well, go ahead and cancel me then. See if I care. Like, like a spiteful. I feel that she has a spiteful side to her. It's probably the Londoner, the London gal. um, Something about her upbringing, and which wasn't quite favorable. But yeah. So in her environment, is she canceled? Is she, it's definitely a betrayal, someone digging the sword in, and it's a lot of people digging the sword in. It's the fans that flew to go see her. It's the media that are printing these rumors. Well, I'll say rumors. I'm assuming they're rumors. It's anyone entertaining the rumors. It's, I don't know. That's what I'm getting when it's in the environment. Sheraton, do you have anything to say about this card?
Yeah, well, to me, it's whenever I see the Ten of Swords, I always think to myself, this is a betrayal. This is a betrayal from those that you would normally expect to support you.
Right.
I mean, you showing us that card, it's making me feel like you're right. I mean, that's people turning on her who she could have in other times looked to for support. But there's also an element of, I know everything is crashing down, but I'm okay. Everything's okay. I think I remember, is it in the Modern Witch tarot? It's there's a woman lying on the floor. She's got all these swords in her back, and she's got this mobile. She's got her phone in her hand, and at the bottom is everything's okay. And I feel like saying that in this instance, it's like everyone, it all comes crashing down, or she's feeling like it's all come crash. No, because the feeling like everything's coming crashing down is the anxiety card, and that's the Nine of Swords.
Yeah.
The Ten of Swords is when things come to an inevitable end.
Yeah. So
It's an inevitable end, and you're in a crisis, but you're not acknowledging that you're in a crisis.
Maybe this is the end to her being the perfect Adele that that she had the being um not being clean because she cursed like a sailor and she smoked and drank and everything like that, but
Mm.
being really unproblematic and really having no drama at all.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I just get I really when I pull it, I gotta draw out the cancel culture. So that's why I'm. It's just the canceling. Stabbing her in the back.
I get the feeling like, what's going through my mind? Hotel California.
Mm-hmm.
They do it with their stealing knives, but they just can't kill the beast. It's like the knives are out for her at the moment. The knives are out for her, and everybody wants to get their opportunity to sink the blade in. It's like with Caesar, where all the senators suddenly turn on Caesar, and everybody, and you can't say who killed Caesar because everybody put their knife in.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, yeah, yeah. I see where you're going with this. There could very well be an element of that going on.
I also want to say really quick hi to Stars and Conundrum, and
Yeah,
I think Conundrum said intuition watching. Were you talking about the owl when I asked that? Is that what the owl represents to you? Because he is
yeah.
watching, definitely watching.
Mm, 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 mm. Yeah,
I believe I'm assuming that's what that comment was referring to, because I did ask what the owl was doing. Hmm.
yeah, yeah.
All right, so that's the environment. Sorry to but I got so many meetings. I think I just wanted to work through it. All right, so to move on to the hopes and fears, I have another Pentacle card. I have the Five of Pentacles. This to me is hopes and fears. She doesn't. This is her like. I'm hearing her say, "I don't bloody care about money. I don't, you know what I mean? Like, it's not about the money for her. Um, no, it's the feeling. Okay, hopes and fears. It's the feel again. The feeling. I got this last week. The feeling of being left out and canceled and turn, you know, stabbed in the back. What was the card last week? The seven of wands. I think I had. Where it felt like she was standing alone. And see, this here is, I don't know what this is. I always think of this as a rabbit snare though, and it's like a trap, right? A trap leading to all this money here, this tree of money, and but she's not in the trap. She missed it. Something's in the trap. I don't know what that is anyway. I can never tell what that is. Anyway, that's what I always think of this as, whether it is or not. That's what I think of it as a trap. Now, this also, I do get a hint here that this has to do with the legal circumstances coming up. I do see that she will be shelling out some money, because everyone loves money, and they're happy to take it else. So yeah, there'll be some, like just like we said last week, there'll be some lawsuits over this cancellation. I don't know if the fans can have anything to do with it, because I don't know if they have any kind of legal rights to do that, because as long as Adele had a legitimate reason and she didn't, swindle anyone out of money, then I don't think they have, a lot. I don't think they can do a class action to get back the money they paid for plane tickets and stuff, which is unfortunate. And I want to say that Adele is not happy about that, because this is money left out in the cold, and she recognizes that people had to sacrifice in order to come see her, and I think that's the probably the only thing she's really upset about anymore. Because I still see her working, doing something that she's working on something or something like that. In my mind's eye, I'm seeing it. So I don't think that she's given up on the show quite yet. Like I said, with this Ace of Pentacles, this could be, a whole new Vegas contract, or maybe a West End in London. Maybe she goes back home. There's so many opportunities. You know what I mean? It's Adele. I'm gonna keep saying it. She's still Adele. So yeah. So with the Five of Pentacles, let's see. Anything else I got? I did get some depression. The legal settlement will lead to loss of income. Feeling used. Feeling shut out. Money doesn't matter. Yeah, in a trap. Yeah. Oh, a trap. This is in the hopes and fears. I'm okay. I'm just gonna leave it at that. I think I got it. That's fine. All right, and then the final outcome, I have the Eight of Wands. Things moving swiftly. Sweet things are coming. Things are coming on in. um. I could also see this as a pregnancy. A new baby coming in hot, right? What else could this be? News. No, news would be swords. No, this is information. This is something that we're gonna learn, and we're gonna learn it pretty soon here. I think Adele's gonna is gonna break her silence, and she's gonna whatever it's about, she's got something to say, I think, and I think she's gonna say it soon. Either that, or she just has a lot to say, and it's coming. And that could be, like I said last week, that she's already writing her new album. That could be, I doubt she'd do it like another, like a part two with Oprah, but some kind of any, maybe she's gonna talk about it on the Graham Norton show, like she said that she's gonna do on Instagram. But I think something's gonna be coming to light, and it's gonna happen fast. And I see this as maybe not I don't want to say a redemption, but maybe like a justification, or maybe like a vindication a little bit. Like, what am I wanting to say? It's almost like she's like, you know what? I'm getting receipts. You know what? I got receipts. You guys don't believe me? Well, I got freaking receipts. I'm tired of hearing. I'm tired of hearing. The BS. I've got the receipts. You want the receipts? Here. They're coming. That's what I got.
Okay, well that was really interesting. I mean, yeah, that was really good. I think that's where I see the compensation coming from.
Yeah.
I see, because I was seeing yes, there was money that she was paying out, but there's also money she's receiving.
Yeah.
So that's where I see compensation coming from. That she's going to end up being compensated. They're going to end up having to pay her.
Yeah.
Will there be a division of, monies? Yes, but I do see her being paid by them. In eventually, I see her getting compensation. I see her getting compensation for the anguish and the difficult positions that she was put in.
Yeah, and of income, because it's hurt her reputation slightly for the moment.
Yeah,
Somehow.
yeah, definitely. And standing her ground and defending herself, because that's where I got with the Seven of Wands. But one of the things that I noticed, and I was, I must admit I wasn't that keen to look at it, to be honest, because I don't like to be a person who dwells on the negative. However, I did see at the base of the pack the Tower.
Okay.
I also see the Ace of Swords, and that tells me about the intellect, the mind. Yeah. Yes. Ha 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 ha. And I see the Knight of Cups. So to me, at the base of the reading, with everything that you said, there will be a strike, an issue that she's going to feel particularly low about. She will use her mind and her intellect to get out of that particular issue. And there will be support coming from a gentleman. And I'm just trying to work out, is this a romantic gesture? Is this another relationship? I don't think so.
You think she's gonna get back with?
Sorry?
You think she's gonna get back with her husband?
Her husband?
Her ex?
I don't know, man. I mean,
ask you to ask your pendulum about this card.
Well, yeah, but the thing is, the Knight of Cups is new relationships.
Yeah.
So it's not an old relationship. This is a new relationship. So I would say, I don't know how things are going to go with her and the current fella. But if that don't work out, don't worry. There's an opportunity for a new guy. Yes, Brett, the pendulum is available and can be swung. So if you want to ask a question, go ahead.
What do you think would be a good question to ask?
I'm not really sure. Is there anyone in the pack got any ideas? Oh, okay. All right. You want to ask about the...
Remember I asked why I got this in the past position, the Ten of Pentacles, the family?
Yeah.
Pendulum time.
Okay, sorry, you broke up on me a little bit there. I didn't hear you, babe. You said you remember when you asked about the when we were the 10 of Pentacles being in the past position. What was the question you want me to ask?
I was wondering if why it was in the past, because the question was about her the boyfriend.
Oh yeah.
But this read to me as her husband.
Okay. All right. So you want to know what? If the 10 of coins in the past position, is it related to her husband?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll ask.
And ask if they're going to get back together. Ever.
All right then. Okay. Will Adele and her ex-husband get back together? No, they're not getting back together. Okay. Anything else you want to ask?
Well, we both got something about pregnancy.
Okay. All right then. All right. I will ask if I was correct. Did I get a correct hit on pregnancy? I'll ask that. And the reason why I'm putting it like that is because I'm not asking if she is pregnant, because that's up to her to decide if she wants to say that or not say that, or if she's looking for that or not looking for that. But I will ask if my hit was correct on pregnancy. Because let's be honest, she's still a young woman, so it's possible she can get knocked up anytime.
Yeah.
Okay. Was the hit I got on pregnancy correct? I'm getting maybe.
Was
Maybe. Ah? Sorry?
I also got a hit on pregnancy.
Wow. So it's a maybe. It's a maybe. So, I mean, she's a young woman. If she wants to get knocked up, I'm sure she's not going to find it that hard. You know, she does seem to still be in a relationship, so it's definitely possible. Okay.
You know what?
Oh,
yeah.
Go on.
I think you missed everything.
Never mind. She can watch it on rewatch when she's got time. She's a busy lady, you know. She's got a lot of stuff on. I mean, those candles, beautiful.
Oh my
God.
Great.
They are, aren't they? Yeah.
Are you gonna put your final outcome?
Yeah. Is there any other questions? Anyone? Yeah. You see, she's a hardworking woman. Is there any other questions anyone would like me to ask in the chat? Do you have any questions you'd like me to ask? I can ask the pendulum. Marie, pendulum time.
We've got tons of cards here. Garrison's got some cards on the way.
Stop. Oh, crumbs. Anyway, yeah, is there any questions? Does anyone have any questions they'd like me to ask?
Anything about the reading? Anything that you want to bring up about the reading? Anything that resonates or anything that doesn't make sense that you want to clarify? Anything like that?
Okay.
Are we good? Are you guys good? Right?
It looks like it. It does look like everybody is pretty much okay. All right, then. Let's do the final. Let's do an outcome card or something that Adele needs to bear in mind. Okay. So, all right. I'm gonna ask. All right. What is a good card for us to use to close out the Adele reading? What does she need to know? What does she need to bear in mind? What would be helpful? What would be of benefit for Adele to know and bear in mind? Okay. Right, let me shuffle.
I had to pull two cards from two different decks. One was, I felt like a final outcome, and one was kind of an advice card. So
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. That is fair. You know, that is fair. If you want to do yours, feel free to do yours first while I shuffle.
Okay. All right. So for my final card, I pulled from the what is it? Sacred Spirit? Is that what it's called? Sacred Spirit. I pulled number 33, Soul Fragments. Balance with restored. Okay. Now, what am I say every time I do it, which is twice? She's still Adele. Balance. So, this woman, soul, right? We all hear things.
Okay, Brett, you're breaking up on us big time. I hardly got any of that, my lovely. Hardly got any of it. Sorry.
Okay.
Can you repeat yourself, please?
Yeah. Am I okay now?
Yes.
Okay. So we got soul fragments. Balance will be restored. And it's interesting because her voice, she's a soulful singer, right? And there's a lot I've noticed it's coming up about her spiritually. So I think as long as she's in alignment, balance will be restored. And just like you got last week, quiet the mind. You know, we get there's an abundance of kind of spiritual messages I think that she's gotten. So balance will be restored ultimately for her. Now, the advice card I pulled from the Angels and Ancestors Oracle card deck was the Star Ancestor. And I'm just noting the constellations here. There's a dipper. I don't know if it's big or little. I don't know what this constellation is. If anyone knows, can you let me know what this constellation here is? If anyone knows. If you don't, it's fine. Anyway, it's Star Ancestor. Follow the voice of your soul. Look at that. I got soul fragments and follow the voice of your soul. Where am I? There we go. So there's similar theme here. Something about our soul. Soulful. Right? Deep.
Yeah. 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 Definitely. It's related to her inner. Yeah. Is that the Great Bear or something? I don't know. Is it the Great Bear? Probably not.
While you do that,
Yeah, could be like Ursa Major, I think it's called.
mm-hmm.
But check it out anyway. Check it out. All right. While you're checking that out, or have a look in the book. It should say something in the book, right?
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm looking for.
Oh, excellent. All right then. Yeah. Okay. Right then. Oh dear. Oh, talking about the book. Let me find the book myself. Right. For my outcome. Here we go.
No, it isn't.
Okay. Are you ready to read on that, Brett?
No, it didn't tell me. So that's fine.
Okay.
Maybe it's
All
just
right then. Okay. Is there anything else you want to add about that card?
Which card? The sorry, I just put it away.
Oh, okay. The one about there was one that was soul fragments, and then there was the other. Yeah, that card. Is there anything else you want to add about that?
So, drawn to voice, just follow the voice of your soul. Now, in the book, it does say something. Sorry, I should have just kept it open because I felt drawn to read it. It's called Star Ancestor. Um, your feelings of being drawn in a particular direction are the awakening of an aspect of your soul. You're being drawn towards a road that will not only light you up, but also help you light up your corner of the world. Continue following the cosmic guidance that is coming your way. So, I'm getting divinity, divine protection, divine. I got this last week, divine intervention. So I think that she's someone who's spiritually veiled and protected, which is good because she needs it right now. I want to say that. I want to say again. I want to reiterate from last week. We got to take this as a lesson: is how we treat our artists. I don't know if you've heard about what's going on with Kanye right now and Kim Kardashian. I can't hear you.
Yeah, I heard something vaguely about it. And I might look at one video, but it's not something that I really want to invest in too much. I mean, Kanye is not a well guy, and
He's
I
not,
know that him,
but
yeah, he's
it worries me because she is connected to the woman who influenced the conservatorship on Britney Spears. And if Kim Kardashian is coming out saying, "Oh, he's crazy, he's doing this," I'm a little worried for him. We gotta respect people's say. Okay, I think it's a lesson that we've got to learn as a people, especially as a higher consciousness people. When someone
anyway. Right, I'm sorry to cut you, but I'm going to crack on with this because I want to finish
yeah
by 1:30, 1 minute and 30. Okay, so I'm going to crack on with this. Sorry to cut you, my lovely, but we've been on for a little while, and I thought this was going to be a short one. Okay, now the card I got for advice and for Adele is this one. It's called Feeling the World. Okay. Now, here the key concepts are sensitivity to the feelings of others. Now, it could be for her, it could be for us, but I'll read it anyway. Awareness of the whole world and a broader perception, empathy overload and overwhelm. Empathy reminds you that you are not alone. It is a beautiful capacity to feel the connectivity all around you, giving you a profound sense of belonging, a broader experience of being part of the larger whole. That said, it can also be overwhelming, especially when you don't know where you end and the rest of the world begins. Now is the time to be clear about your boundaries. Ask yourself whose energy you've tuned into. You might find it's not even yours. If you're feeling off or drained when you're with someone, they may be siphoning your energy. You know what I was going around in my head?
Mm-hmm.
Tracy did a reading on a wonderfully talented lady who was involved with somebody And the outcome was vampire.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying that that's the situation in this case,
Mm-hmm.
but it's interesting why my mind went there.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, in such an instance, this connection is not good for you, no matter how charismatic that person is or how attracted to them you feel. Do not mistake codependency for closeness or allow your boundaries to become too porous. Yeah.
That's a good one for her. Codependency, closeness. Two separate things.
Okay. This has turned left. Okay. Trust your instincts and take care of you. Practice saying no. Avoid the temptation to turn off and go numb. Instead, be present. Somewhere in the middle of this feeling spectrum is where the magic is. You are also being asked now to be aware of how your words and actions may affect others. Whether it's not your job to determine how someone will respond to you, discernment is necessary. Be firm yet kind. Keep in mind that people pleasing will not give you what you truly need. That said, your empathy is beautiful and important. It just has to be balanced in order for you to access its wondrous gifts. Today, celebrate the beauty of your sensitivity and that of others. What I'm getting here is she is very empathetic. She has a lot of empathy, but she cannot allow herself to get overwhelmed by feelings of guilt.
No.
Yes, it happened. She didn't want it to happen, but it happened. She cannot allow the whole world to come crashing down on her and making her feel like crap for the whole time. She can't afford to take that on board. It will overwhelm her. It will be too much. She needs to set her boundaries, which I don't think she generally has a problem doing, but she needs to set her boundaries in this case. She needs to be able to say no in this case. She needs to stand her ground and stand firm. And she also needs to know when to stop apologizing.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's not good to apologize. I'm not saying it's not good to have empathy or even some sense of compassion for other people. Absolutely, it is. But she also needs to have compassion for herself.
Yeah.
So, yes, she needs to have compassion for herself. Anyway, so my friends, thank you so much, everyone, for joining me. And Brett, thank you so much for contributing and being part of this.
Thank you.
You know, I love you, Brett, man. You are, yeah, yeah, you really are great. And thank you for being, coming on here with me, because I was so frightened to do this on my own.
Something I'll say. So, you guys might want to tune into my channel tomorrow for a reading on another pop star. Maybe, if we can arrange it.
Yeah, well, okay. Well, let's try and do that tomorrow. Let's try and get on a bit earlier though tomorrow, eh? Although let's be honest, I'll be totally honest. The reason why we're on so late is my fault again. You know why? Because I fell asleep. That's why. And Brett was phoning me, and I didn't hear the phone ring, and it was right next to my head. So there you go. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and we're out again at 1 minute 34, 1 hour 34. Man, Our things are long, innit? They're proper long. Anyway, good night, everyone.
A lot of information. All right.
Good night.
Thank you.
All right.
I watch back. See what you think. Let us know what you think.
Okay. Right.
Yeah. Thank you guys.
Okay. Bye.
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 Yeah.